There are some definite steps in doing statistics. The first is that we always start with a question. The question drives everything that you do. From the question, you decide what is it we want to study. What are the variables that are important? Who is the important group? Then we collect some data. Data is generally going to come from a sample. Determining the correct statistical test and then calculating it appropriately would be your statistic, which allows you to estimate what's happening in the population, and a good study should take you into more questions. There are two general types of studies. The first is the most common. It's an observational study. The researcher observes data that already exists. Attitudes, opinions, test scores, things of that nature. Here's a great example. The other type of experiment is generally safe for the medical field, or true experimental design, which is very rare because it involves a control group to compare to the group that actually gets the treatment. Sometimes the people in these groups don't know what's being done to them if they're getting a placebo, which is a fake medicinal treatment, a sugar pill, if you will. And if neither the experimenter giving the medicine nor the person in the experiment knows which group they're in, treatment as opposed to placebo, it's called a double blind. Both are blind to which group they're in. The researcher knows, just not the person handing out the medicine. But these are very, very rare. Tell me, are these experimental or observational studies? A medical researcher wants to examine the effects of exercise on cardiovascular health. Could there be control in experimental groups? Yes, it's medicine. It's experimental. A recording company is interested in knowing the percentage of teenagers that download music off the internet. The information already exists. They're just going out and getting it. It's observational. A chain of grocery store wants to know how much the average family spends on produce each month. Don't you hate it when they do that? It's observational. I've already spent the money.